I think we're finally out of gas. This GoPro is vibrating a lot. Look at that chariot. Watch this. Here's the process. Oh yeah. Yep. Well, as they say in my family, let's get a little light on the subject. I think it's supposed to be like 85 today or something. I don't even know what it is. But it's not cool. Summertime, that seat's hot. Boy, if you could see the GoPro camera mounting going on here today. Oh, great. It's time to do something. Tell you what though, when it gets into gear and you step on it, this thing has some beams. There we go. Nice. Yes, 2 points. And there's no oil on the floor, as far as you know. This thing gets it. That Nova ran on E85, just like this Buick. And so I choose Schaefer's. It's good stuff. Well, we're gonna take it for a spin. Gonna get it good and warm. We're gonna bring it home and do the oil change. I've not changed the oil in this thing, which is not like me. It's a fresh motor. I normally change it right away. Hope that doesn't bite me. Anyway, we're trying out the new hood. Have not driven it since we put the hood on. So see how it cools, see how it drives. One way or the other, we're warming it up and changing the oil. Take you along. We're finally out of gas. Never ran out all the way, but fuel pressure got low. Summertime, that seat's hot. Yeah, the fuel pressure was bouncing down, what, below 5? And so I'm assuming that means it was starting to run out. It's bouncing around, so whatever. It's got 5 fresh gallons of E85, so let's drive it. If we can. We'll see. Not known for my shifting prowess. To the contrary. I'll tell you what though, when it gets into gear and you step on it, this thing has some beans. Okay, we'll turn the fan on. I think it's supposed to be like 85 today or something. I don't even know what it is. But it's not cool. So even with the hood on, I'm real happy with how cool it runs. Well, let's oil change. Oh, great. It's time to do something. Well, as they say in my family, let's get a little light on the subject. Changing gears, I don't want to use that. Fortunately, organized super well. Sarcasm. That's better. There we go. Nice. Yes, 2 points. And there's no oil on the floor, as far as you know. Sorry, Dad. Not bad. I'll give you a shot of the drain plug. This thing, I mean, it was used parts for sure, but still a fresh motor, all new gaskets. Obviously, it was all apart and screwed together. There was all of the block grinding. If you've been watching this channel for a while, there was a kind of a surprise to us, block grinding. And I know that we couldn't have gotten that all, you know, George did a really thorough job, but there's just no way to get it out of every little spot. And so I'm betting some of that is from the block. We did also have a rocker shaft break, you know, in one of the test drives. And one little chunk kind of looks like it might be that. Anyway, but overall really good. So the other part of the story is gonna be what's the oil filter look like. So I'll take that off, I will cut it apart. You won't have to wait for that, because in YouTube time, it'll be 10 seconds from now. All right, well, I almost got this thing off of here and forgot to set up the camera. I remembered at the last minute. Anyway, a couple more turns. If I set this camera up right, you'll see the stuff and you won't see me. So I'm not a good look today. Anyway, there we go. This is a Wix filter. Hopefully a good one. They've had some challenges. I know Napa's had challenges. I think Wix is okay still. And I think Napa's trying to fix their issues with oil filters, but I'm not sure. This isn't the oil filter channel. So far, so good. I'm gonna let that drain a little bit. Always kind of interested to see what's lying in the bottom of the very bottom of the filter, because stuff collects there. But the key is to look in the pleats. I always cut the filter all the way off. I go around it with a utility knife and get the paper off of there. I think I've showed that before probably, and I'll show you guys. It's looking really good. It's clean. It's clean. Stand by. Boy, if you could see the GoPro camera mounting going on here today. So watch this. Here's the process. Oh yeah. Yep. That's how that's gonna go. See if I can get you a shot of that. Not too bad. No big chunks. Couple little flecks. Right? Some black graphite in there. No surprises. And stand by, we'll cut this filter apart. Okay, in my old line of work, this is what they would call sausage making. Showing the customer what's kind of behind the curtain, the stuff they usually don't care about, but what the heck. So just a basic utility knife, trying to cut the paper on both sides. It's actually cutting pretty easy. I usually run Moroso filters on all the hot cars, and I got a Moroso filter on the way. We get it from Summit. It says it's out for delivery, so come on, UPS man. Anyway, so switch to a Moroso filter. I don't think there's anything wrong with a Wix filter, but you kind of get partial, and I've had good luck with Moroso, and the oil's got to go through that filter, right? And so I like things that flow. So you can see just a tiny bit of silver fleck on that element. It's not bad at all. Man, I've seen way worse. You should have seen that Gold Nova a couple times. Anyway, nothing to worry about here. I'm gonna put the new Moroso filter on, and I bought one of those Moroso screens. Good tip from my buddy George Burns. So I'm gonna put that screen on the top of the filter, and then I'm gonna put the new filter on. And hang on, I'll show you what I run in case you care. Old guys like to talk about oil, and oil is important to old guys that do their own maintenance. And so I discovered this stuff after blowing up my Nova, I think for the second time using Mobil 1. That car had boost and it was a different animal, but discovered Schaefer's. And actually at the time, a guy from Summit that I was talking to and getting a lot of help from recommended it. And that was actually before Summit even carried it. And he said back then, he said it's the best oil you can get for methanol or alcohol powered vehicles. And so that Nova ran on E85, just like this Buick. And so I choose Schaefer's. It's good stuff. It's been great. I actually run it in my yellow 55 as well. And for a few years there on the Nova, it worked fantastic. I had no problem after I would switch to Schaefer's. And in that car, at least, bought a bigger fuel pump because it was lean and hurting itself. Okay, getting off track. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.